Hello, Professor. Today I will present my project about the story of the word synonym. You say us in the video that we shouldn't just copy dictionary definition, but use the corpus like a laboratory. That is exactly what I did to test how this word changed across 3 centuries. We start this in the 18th century with Samuel Johnson's 1755 Dictionary of the English Language. He defines synonyms simple as expressing the same thing by using different words, just like that. To check if this was true in real life, I used Cowherd in the year 1878 in a test called System Economica. The data proved that people didn't use this word for language studies. It was used in philosophy and economics to talk about abstract identity. For example, instead of talking about grammar, they use it to say that two different economic systems have perfect equality. Then we move to the to the 20th century in 1909. That is when William Torrey Harvey changed the definition in Webster Dictionary. He used the word as a technical language tool to organize print dictionary using typography and punctuation. For instance, his definition focused on how to use semicolons and small capital letters to show the difference between words on a physical board. Later, when I looked at Cohort data from the 1919, I observed a big shift. The word broke free from print dictionary and started appearing in scientific peer-reviewed academic journals like Styles and Hispanic Review. It became a modern analytical unit. Now let's talk about the contemporary world outside of textbooks. I analyzed a sample of 40 videos on YouTube and TikTok, and you specify in the instruction that we need to load for 3 registers, a formal one, an informal one, and other ones. And other. It's in that called type other. That is called type other. My findings show 10 videos belong to the formal register using the term for cognitive linguistics. The informal register shows a student community using it as a simple hack to rewrite essays. For example, a student making videos about how to change words in your essay so your teacher doesn't notice. And the other register had 30 videos where the word was used strictly for rapid vocabulary challenge and entertainment games. Like those quick videos where a person has to name 3 synonyms of a word in 5 seconds. Just like that. So because 30 video out of 40 videos were vocabulary games, I reached data saturation. And this proves that in everyday modern life, people see synonyms as an interactive mental tool, not as a heavy theory. Our collocation analysis proves that the word is highly specialized today. It always appears next to technical adjectives like cognitive or taxonomic, and nouns like relation. Morphologically, our affixation analysis tracks how the word changes into synonymous or synonyms. It also relies on prefixes to create terms like new synonym. Because the corpus showed that absolute synonyms are extremely rare in natural language, for example, words like car and automobile look identical, but we use prefixes because they are actually not synonyms depending on the context. Finally, I shared on the keyword in contents lines. Mapping live websites allow for an empirical observation of real-world contexts, specifically looking at data from Stanford and Botes and Darrows. Something like that. I put you a picture about that in the document. So the evidence confirms that the node word is permanently embedded in informal environment like logic cognitive frameworks and information architecture. So in conclusion, to conclude this video, This diachronic investigation demonstrates that traditional study dictionary definitions are simply not enough to map modern linguistic reality. By looking across 300 years of data, we can confer a fascinating trajectory of absolute semantic specialization for the word synonym. First, in the 18th century, the word operated as a flexible rhetorical luxury, a general concept for writers looking to vary their vocabulary. And second, in the early 20th century, it transformed into a rigid physical language tool for printers and dictionary editors to organize textual entries. And finally, in our modern 21st century, right now, digital era, the world has fully evolved into a computational structural mechanism for modern science, technology, and internet algorithms. This empirical proof confers a fundamental role of structural linguistics. The meaning, behavior, and environment of a word will always adapt to the technological advancements and academic needs of its historical era. Thank you so much.